All right, bass practice routines, that's what we're going to talk about today, and you're going to learn today a couple of my techniques, my practice routines that I have out there, and one of my favorite practice routines. So stick around and enjoy this bass practice routines lesson. So if you don't know me by now, I'm Donald Witt, the bass instructor of the How to Play Bass online course at iwanttoPlayBass.com. Subscribe, become a member for free, and get your free ebook on setting your bass up for success. Everything from adjusting the fret nut, the frets, the pickups, the saddles, the neck relief, everything's in there that you need to customize this to you, because everybody's different. They like their action set different ways and this and that. So it's all there. Check it out, and also subscribe here. I've got lots of videos coming out, and I've got lots of videos you can check out in the backside that's very helpful for aspiring bassists as well. And hit that bell notification also, because it'll let you know when the next video is coming out. Lots of good little lessons out there that I touch base on, a lot of different applied theory and all that good stuff there. And as a bassist, you want to know all that to become a well-rounded bassist also. So enough said. We're going to talk about bass practice routines. And that's what you need to get. You need to get into a routine of how you're going to practice this bass. You've got your vision and your goal. You know where you want to go with this thing, right? Well, figure that out first. Figure out what goals you want to reach with this instrument, and get a clear, concise vision of where you want to be and where you want to go with this. So do that first. That's the first and foremost thing you need to do, is set a plan, set a goal for yourself to get there. Set your daily goals, set your weekly goals, set your monthly goal, and set your yearly goal, and even set a 5-year goal. Set those goals and just give you something to shoot for. That's your target. You got to have a target in order to progress in anything in life, not just playing bass or guitar, anything, or a musical instrument, anything in life. You've got to have some goals. You've got to have something to target, a vision. A laser focus is what you need to succeed at anything. So that's first and foremost, is a vision, a goal, a plan. Set a plan, and that's the first part of your bass practice routines. Now you get that. Once you got the idea, then you just sit down and you get every day, like you say, you've got your daily plan. So 15 minutes, depending on your lifestyle. Some of us got full-time jobs. We've got to work, 12-hour days, 10-hour days, and then there's not a lot of time left to practice, all day long. But we've got to set that little, put that little 15, I'd say, starting out, give yourself at least 30 to 45 minutes. And get yourself an amp with some headphones, because it might be late at night. If you really want to succeed at this instrument, then you're going to have to put in the work, which is going to have to be in your spare time. Don't take away from your family, don't take away from your job, but definitely save yourself a little bit of time. Maybe, we need our rest. Don't work all night, don't practice all night long, and then, no sleep. We need our sleep. But there's plenty of time after 8 to 10 hour day that there's still a good window there that you can practice. Don't sit down and watch your Netflix all day, because for that rest of that time, because that's not going to be. Sit down 30-45 minutes and do your practice routines. And like my basic practice routine is like a warm-up. I'll do a warm-up for 10 minutes. And that's what you need. You need to find your warm-ups that you like that you start off your practice routine with every day. Every time you pick this instrument up, you do your warm-up. Then I do like an arpeggiation, so I can get going across the strings. But you just do that arpeggio. Take it slow though. Whoops. So it's just arpeggiating the D, D major. We're basically in the key of G, so the only thing we hit is an F sharp. But we start on the D. If you've got a 5-string, you start on the D. If you don't, just start on the G. That's a good warm-up. kind of gets your hands, your left hand or your fret hand, get your fret hand stretched out. But if I got a 5-string, if you've got a 5-string, I start on a B, arpeggiate the D, arpeggiate everything up. Move it. I mean, really keep it down here, because this is where it's really going to stretch your hand out. This is, you're going to get the biggest workout up here or down here. And then it works these fingers working across the strings. It's very helpful for that as well. Okay, so you've got that little warm up there. That's a good warm up for your left hand, and it gets the two of them together in sync. So that I usually do that. Like I said, I usually go about 15 minutes of just warm up exercises. Then I'll run my major scale. Take the G major scale. And then arpeggiate it all the way up. Okay, so just get a practice routine, and that's what you want to go off of. So start off 15 minutes and that practice routine, and get your warm up, get yourself warmed up to your bass, and get everything. But take it slow. Make sure you're not warming up and it's being all sloppy. Take it slow. Make sure everything's smooth and consistent. Your tones are right, and your timing's right on your plucking hand and your fret hand, that you're not hammering on and then plucking a note. You know, make sure everything's perfect. Take it slow. That was wrong note. No C sharp and G. So just take it slow first. Okay, but get a practice, whether it's, no matter what techniques you've learned or what technique builders you've worked off of, use those, warm up with that in every practice routine. Make that essential that you do a warm-up exercise. You do a few of them. You spend 15 minutes on your warm-up exercises, just getting everything to where it ought to be. And then the next part of it, typically when you're playing an instrument, there's something, you pick this instrument up because you enjoyed music, you enjoyed a favorite song, or you've got something that you like. So take whatever it was, that song, that music, and then learn it by ear. Don't sit down and look at YouTube videos for somebody to show you how to do it. Don't do that. I mean, you can do that later on for other songs or whatever, but take some time in your bass practice routine to figure out on your own, your ear training, figure out these songs on your own. So do that for your ear training. You know, do that. Figure out your songs that you want to do, or whatever it is, a bass solo, sit down and figure it out, you know, on your own. If it's a sax solo you want to learn, then sit down and figure it out on your own. Use your ears to figure these songs out. Don't Google or YouTube find somebody else that's already done it for you. Don't do that. That's taking the easy way out. You're not helping yourself out at all. I mean, you will get there eventually, but you know, do yourself a favor and learn this song on your own. Ear train, practice, build your ear training up. Yeah, just a little 10-15 minutes, you know, figure out part of your song or figure out a chord progression or whatever it is. Just do something for your ear training to develop your ears. and hearing your music. So take 10-15 minutes on that as well. So you got your bass warm up, 15 minutes on warming up, 15 minutes on some ear training. So now we've got 30 minutes down. That will help you if you do this day in and day out, that will help you by far get to your goals, reach your goals. But if you've got more time, the next 15 minutes, you want to go ahead and play, learn some music theory, sit down and figure out the notes on your guitar, on your bass, know where these notes are, and just call them out as you play them, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, just sing them out, just know where these notes are. And you can do this as you're going to sleep at night. You can visualize, nobody lays down and goes right to sleep unless they're totally exhausted. So usually you're going to lay there for a while. You might toss and turn, but just lay there, kind of meditate. Visualize this fretboard in your head and the notes where they are. That'll help you at night, And I do this pretty much whenever I go to sleep because nobody goes right to sleep. So, I'll visualize at night before I go to sleep what I want to do or what I want to get better at. So that's not part of your practice routine. But like I say, practice learning where these notes are, where every note is, and then you go down and you practice your theory. You take your major scale, and then if you know the modes of the major scale, practice those. And I mean, maybe this is part of your warm-up. You just take and you can practice the modes as you play. Just practice that. Practice hearing the modes of that major scale. Know the modes, your minor. Hear the minor. And just know those, and then have fun with it. Just take it. Build you some chords. Or you can take, if you haven't figured out the entire song out, play along with a song at 15 minutes, have fun with it. And, in some point, you don't want to just constantly be playing just techniques and practicing. You want to have fun with it. So, if you figure out that song, just last 15 minutes, play that song 2 times, play through that song. That will help you. But one thing you want to do is you want to play it straight through. You don't want to start the song and make a mistake and stop the song and start over. Don't do that. You can play the song, play it through. Do not stop the song and start over. You start the song and you finish the song, okay? That is one routine that is detrimental to you. If you're practicing, if you're stopping and starting over and stopping and starting over, it's not good. It's a bad habit to start. So you want to finish it out. Follow that thing through to the end, and then start over and do it again, and do it again, and do it again. But do not stop halfway through the song. That's detrimental to your skills and everything else, because you can't be playing live and you mess up and you're not starting over. You need to find a way. You need to practice that ability to not show that mistake, and because everybody makes mistakes. Even the best musicians out there make mistakes. The only thing is, you never know they made a mistake because they don't show it. They don't show it, and you don't need to show it either. So you keep going through it and find out where you're at, and figure out, and don't let it show. Practice that. You're gonna let it show at first. There's no way to not, but you need to practice getting through it and not letting it show. You made a mistake, but most of the time, you're the only one that knows you made a mistake. So, I've been in gigs and I've messed up, and I've asked my other guys, did you hear me mess up? They didn't even hear me. So, a lot of times, you're the only one that hears your mistakes. You're the only one that knows you made a mistake. So, starting over is a is a no-no. Do not start over. Keep playing through it and get that song done. And if you messed up, play it again. Keep doing it over and over and over. Don't stop in the middle of the song. Don't ever stop in anything. Follow it all the way through. Just find your spot and get right back into it. It's as easy as that. And that's a hard one to overcome because it's hard to not show when you messed up. It's just, we're human, we're real, and it's hard to not show it. And there's already enough pressure on you up there on front of the stage, in front of everybody. You want to make sure it's right, but nobody does it right. It's a little secret. Nobody does it right. So it's how they cover it. It's just performance. So don't sweat that. Just play it. Keep on playing it and follow it through, and you'll get there. And you'll be surprised. Hey, there's my buddy Winston's back. But you'll be surprised that you're not going to make, I'm not saying you're going to make a mistake every song and everybody messes up every song entirely, the song. So I'm not saying that either. But the more you practice getting all the way through it, you're going to get there. There's going to be a lot less pressure on you because you realize, all right, I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. Once you realize that, you're going to be surprised. The mistakes most of the time come from the stress and the pressure you're putting on yourself. So without that stress and that pressure off of you, those mistakes aren't going to be there. Okay, so remember that. That's key. Like I said in one of my other videos, is mindset, a big deal. And the pressure we put on ourselves is more pressure than anybody else will ever put on us. So we've got to put positive stuff on us. We're probably, like they say, we're our own worst enemy. So don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, because don't put that pressure and that stress on you, because that's what creates the mistakes. All that pressure, you're almost ready to fall out. You got so much stress on you that you can't even take it. You just pass out. So don't do that to yourself. Just realize that everybody makes mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. Just keep plugging away, plugging through it, and you'll get there. No, don't worry at all. So another bass practice routine. Enough on that. Sorry about that, but I thought that was some good information for you. Definitely don't stress the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. That's all it is small stuff. So don't sweat it. Don't put that pressure on you. So now we've got 45 minutes, and in 15 minutes you're playing the song you want to play, or you're brand new at this and you're still working on techniques, stuff like that. Now what I've done as a bass player, and it's helped me in soloing, was I transcribe sax solos, and I've got some videos back here. Maybe I'll leave a link up here of one of them. I think Steely Dan, Gaucho Amigo. I transposed that intro sax line and I put it on YouTube. I did a video on it, and it's a real nice line, but it's something that I do all the time. So I make sure that that's part of my and that kind of falls in the ear training part, because I make sure that every practice routine I'm figuring out something on somebody else's lines. I'm figuring that stuff out, because it adds more color to my lines, gives me more ideas of what I can do in certain situations. So that's what I've done in my soloing. I've taken and transposed sax solos into bass lines. So that's something you can do, but that kind of falls in your ear training part as well. But that's another part of my practice routine, is transcribing sax solos and the bass solos. It's pretty cool. It's real cool. You get some cool lines from those sax players, that's for sure. And you can use those ideas to help you get better also. So that's basically it. I mean, that's 45 minutes of bass practice routine, and that's what you've got to do every day on your daily goal, your daily checklist. That's got to be in there. You've got to warm up. You've got to warm up slowly and making sure every note's perfect, taking your time. This is just warm up. You're not showing off or nothing like that. You're not doing anything flashy. You're helping yourself, okay? So warm up exercise, 10-15 minutes, then 15 minutes of ear training. Figure out some of your favorite songs, your favorite lines, or what it is. Figure those out, and then 15 minutes of just playing those songs that you just figured out, or playing another song you figured out last week, or you know, writing your own bass riffs, or, you know, just the other 15 minutes is just playing what you want to play and why you picked this instrument up. The reason why you picked this instrument, go ahead and enjoy that too. You've got to have enjoyment in it, or it'll get old fast and it'll just get stale. So, you know, enjoy the last 15 minutes, enjoy just doing what you want to do with it. And that's, like I said, I enjoy sax solos, transposing those, and it helps my bass solo a lot, gives me a lot of ideas also. So, all right, so do me a favor, help me help you, hit that like button down below, and leave me a comment. Let me know if there's something else you'd like to know more about, or if you've got any questions about this video. Not a whole lot, just mainly mindset and just a bass practice routines, you know, how to approach your practice routines on a daily basis to improve your bass playing skills. So I will thank you all and catch you all on the flip flop. Bye now.